I started the program with, I want to get Certainty Analytical Labs funded and in a healthy space so that we can scale our business. And that was just kind of talk. I didn't quite know what that meant, but now I know what that looks like, and I have a roadmap for how we're going to go about doing it.
You know, I had some knowledge around investments, right? But if you're not in the VC world, you know, you can read books. Like I've read some books, and there's a lot of things that you can try to do to prepare yourself, but it's not until you're actually in that space that you're talking about it and you're like, oh, this is, you know, this is what this means. So I think that was probably one of the most profound like sessions that we had, was helping me understand VC terminology and how to go about doing it to scale the business. And I had never needed to come, you know, across that before.
I think that my biggest lesson being a tech founder is I need to pour into myself to then pour into my business. And for any woman of color, you say that and they're gonna look at you and you're like, yeah, sure, because we're so used to being the pillars in our community.
I think that what has allowed us to prepare to scale more is a lot of it is doing, reflecting, making adjustments along the way. So knowing, hey, this doesn't work, or this does work, or hey, for us, this particular playbook doesn't work. So knowing what is and isn't working, we have a lot more clarity on that. So that allows us to scale how we serve our customers, realizing certain things worked in the beginning that was manual. And at a certain point, you gotta automate things. But I think one of the biggest things that I've learned about scaling at this particular stage is that people try to go to automation too quickly, and they automate the wrong things. Although they go, oh, I want to automate this process, so I'm going to send these emails, but you don't know if they actually work. So you actually have to do it manually first and then automate it. And knowing that you're at least automating the things that are correct and right has been really beneficial. And then sharing with, you know, the cohort members or with our leadership, with Brandon and Ahmad and all the wonderful experts that they've brought in, hearing how they approach their business and saying, well, can I apply that to mine? Well, I can't apply that, that's amazing, but that's really good, has also been really helpful in helping us scale. Because I think if you automate the right things, your life will be really good. If you automate the wrong things, there'll be fires and you won't even know they exist.
The biggest priority, we're launching a pilot program in Lemoyne, and we need to have a very successful pilot. We're also another accelerator in Buffalo called Launch New York, and we're doing a seed round in March, right? So when you have great numbers, that increases our valuation, right? So that's my priority, to get focusing on doing a really good job with the people that I work with.
I have the next 6 to 8 months to raise $500,000, our first phase of funding, and then after that, we'll enter into our second phase. So in this first phase, we plan to onboard our staff, our contractors, to full and part-time staff. We plan to purchase the equipment we need to fully service our customers. And we want to bring in sales and marketing staff or support to turn on, you know, our business.
I think the biggest priority upon graduation is inking the collaborative deals with the artists that we're working with. Don't want to say the names right now, but some of them are really big. Some of them are highly visible, and that could really scale us very quickly if we could generate the revenue based on their network.
As I graduate the Surge Accelerator, my next goal is becoming profitable. I think that in this economic downturn, we need to become profitable to continue building, continue growing. So $100,000 in MRR is my goal. That way we break even, I can pay the lights and the bills and people, and then use my investments to then actually scale up the business. 2, I think, is making sure that we have over 1,000 users using our technology, feeding it data so that we can get better. And 3, for us to have case studies. We're building a fairly new technology. It is very novel right now. So the goal is, let's build these case studies with these businesses, at least 3 of them, to show the world that this technology actually works. So my hope is that we are at CES in 2025 with our large partners showcasing our technology.
So my top priorities for my startup as I graduate the Syracuse Surge Accelerator is growth. We want to continue to get user acquisition, to grow what we call top of the funnel and have more conversions and get to a wonderful place that we lovingly call infinite runway.
Probably the best cohort that will ever be. Right, you know, I have nothing but great things to say about my cohort. They've been there for me, and I wish them well, success, even after Surge, right? Surge will always continue. This is not the end, right? So even though we're graduating, we want to see more people come in, and our goal is, as a cohort, was in the beginning, how do we make this program, the first cohort, very successful by leveraging what we've received, so other people that come after us can get more funding, can have more resources.